for Akademiks. Check it out now. Oh boy. Now, listen, the good thing about being fair and objective is that you ain't got no side, okay? Now, it ain't no switching sides. It ain't no, oh, listen, I always got to defend this person. When you see wrong, you call wrong out, okay? When you see whackness, you got to call that out too. Now, Remy Ma dropped a track called Sheether that was a scathing diss at Nicki Minaj. It was flames to me. It pretty much did everything but put Nicki in a casket. It was pretty much over, okay? Now we were trying to, brainstorm how Nicki could come back. Could she come back at all? I mean, is she still built for it? Does she need to get a ghostwriter? What is she gonna do? I mean, people were pressing her, fans were turning on her. She even blocked a fan page who kept, telling her she had to respond. And then Remy actually pulled the Golden State Warriors. She started blowing a 3-1 lead. You know how she did it, man? She dropped a second diss track, possibly trying to reflect on what Drake did to Meek Mill, and she dropped another diss track, and it was called Another One. However, the track was whack. Now, you guys can go check out the track at latenightcreeps.com, but trust me, this shit whack, okay? And I'm saying it's whack in comparison to Sheether, which was hot as a motherfucker, okay? Now, I'll give you guys a couple of lines, and you could tell why I say it's a back-to-back parody. I mean, the verse 1, she's on some shit like, listen, waited 4 days, ma, where you been? I came here in a Rari playing Lil' Kim. Don't know what made you think that you could fuck with Rem, but I guess this is what I gotta do to make you spit. Already took a L, now you got another one. I secured a bag, now I got another one. I caught a W, now I got another one. Yo, what's that shit you be saying, Khaled? Another one. Okay? Now, obviously, you could tell it seems a little corny. Now, she got some bars sprinkled in between, so I'm not going to say just a completely whack song, but as a second track or second diss track to Nicki Minaj, before Nicki Minaj even responds to the first, it's whack. Okay? Now, I gotta be completely fair and honest, all right? I could have lived without this track. It was basically a back-to-back parody, just completely unoriginal. Why really put out a track that would go against your first diss track? It would make it less effective because now you're diluting the content or you're diluting your case against Nicki Minaj, okay? Pretty much, Remy Ma must have fucked up or somebody advised her badly when she thought that, yo, Drake just dropped back-to-back just cuz. No, Drake actually dropped back-to-back because the first track he dropped Charged Up was not getting the effect he hoped, so he dropped the second one that it could get that effect. Had he gotten the effect that back-to-back got with Charged Up, he would have never dropped a second track. It would be overkill, okay? Sheether was already getting the attention, probably doing the most effect any diss song from any female rapper that Nicki could do. No need for a back-to-back parody, okay? And also, you can't drop a second diss track before the other person responds to your first, and your second diss track is weaker. Now, if it was hotter, that's another story, but it's definitely not hotter, okay? Here's the thing, and this is what it opens up. This is why I'm saying she's blowing a 3-1 lead. This is opening up for Nicki Minaj to ignore Remy Ma, okay? Nicki been looking for out in this beef. You could tell Nicki ain't even trying to rap. She's liking, she motherfucking tweeting, she's liking posts on Instagram, she's like Instagramming all type of pictures of her body at different angles. You could tell she don't want to be rapping right now. So what this song did is open up the door that Nicki Minaj been trying to get out of, which means she can now find an excuse not to respond in rap. You know what this song actually opened up? It opened up the excuse that she could be like, yo, Remy just want to be relevant. She flopped. She keep dissing me just for attention. Remy came off too thirsty for beef. Okay? Now Nicki has a out. The same way how Joe Budden dropped 3 records. And by the way, at least with Joe Budden, none of them records were whack at Drake. But Drake could come on stage and laugh it off because now everybody looks at Joe like, oh, he's seeking attention. Okay? Now, I'm seeing a lot of people, they were online, they were like, yo, Drake had 2 diss songs. Stop it, okay? Again, you can't drop 2 diss songs back to back if the second one is whacker, okay? And again, if the first one already had the effect, why the fuck are you dropping a second? Makes you seem thirsty. So, I have to say, man, she should have just waited for Nicki. Fans were pressuring Nicki. The media was pressuring Nicki. And everybody was putting the pressure on Nicki to respond with bars, no matter what she was doing to try to get out of it in terms of Instagram and photos of her looking sexy, her shooting a video, or her liking tweets, or her trying to go at Meek or Trey Songz. People were saying, that's all good, but what about Remy? Now, Remy just dropped a whack track. It's like, oh my God. What? What's the point? Remy, you fucked up. You fucked up. Whoever gave you the advice to drop that track, never listen to them niggas again, okay? Whoever gave you them bars, well, I'm pretty sure no one gave you the bars, but whoever told you that shit was lit, that was hot, fire them niggas, okay? That was a lie, okay? You were good with the first track. You should have left it there. Basically, you snuffed Nicki, right? Knocked her out. And then afterwards, you're swinging at her body on the ground and you miss it, okay? Come on, man. You're looking worse, all right? Just chill back. Don't do no social media shit. Let the fans keep pressuring Nicki. At some point, Nicki got to do press. At some point, she got to start putting out music. And when she put out music, had you just let Ether live, people would always say, all right, I hear you put out that song, but what about that response to Ether? Now when you drop like 2 tracks or say you drop another one before she have a response, now it just says, oh, this bitch just wants some attention. Come on, man. You're blowing a 3-1 lead. Talk to Steph Curry. He knows what it feels like, all right? Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like them, subscribe to Akademiks. I'm out.